Hello, hello, hello everyone. Welcome to another mail call video. Off the top, I've got 4th of July nails. Well, 4th of July inspired. And don't look too closely. I really need to put lotion on. I'm going to put lotion on while we talk about what mail call is. For anyone who's just joining for the first time, mail call is when I give you all a theme for each month, and then you make cards based on that theme and you send them in. And then we all get to look at them on camera. Hold on. Adding a little more lotion. My nails are so dry, or my hands are so dry. Hello, hello, everyone. I've done a little bit of prep work. I've organized everything, so things should go really smoothly tonight. We should go through this fairly quickly. I think there's about 4 or 5 cards that were for previous months that didn't make it in time or were missed. So we will catch up with those here at the beginning. So here we go. Let's get going. Oh, the theme for June 2024 was ink blending, just like it says in the title. So all of the cards we're going to be looking at tonight, all except for a few that are for previous months that came in late, are featuring ink blending in all of its various forms. So I'm super excited to get going. Yeah, let's go. All right, I'm going to start with, all right, I'm going to grab a bunch here and start with a bunch of these. Okay. So first of all, we have this one from Caitlin, which actually was for April, but it was, I mean, it looked like it had a journey to get here, but look how cute. She's our card maker who has been doing Taylor Swift cards. So I haven't had a look at this. I just, to open it. So here we are. Here is Caitlin, or Kate, in Florida. And okay, here's the card. Inside the package, when I opened it, there's all this heart confetti, like tons of it. And there's 2 bracelets in here. Oh, I love it. The Tortured Poets Department. That's Taylor's latest album. I love this so much. I'm actually sharing all of the Taylor Swift cards with my nephew who loves Taylor Swift. And then this one says, oh, feeling 22. Oh, I love it. That's a really cute bracelet. Wow. And then we've got some more Taylor Swift stickers. That's so fun. I love it. So cool. So I believe the story of this is that Caitlin was challenged by her daughter to create Taylor Swift themed cards for mail call, which I think is awesome. So here is the one for April. A lot going on at the moment. Looks like we've got some confetti hanging out. Let's get that off. Okay, a lot going on at the moment. Oh, all the confetti was in the envelope. I'll have to put them back in. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22. Ah, perfect for the birthday theme for April. So fun. Love that. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna, you know what? I think I'm gonna put all the confetti back in the envelope, and then when I give it to him, he can be surprised. Okay. Getting all of this in here. I like that it's not like super itty bitty pieces of confetti, it's larger pieces. Okay, hello, so many familiar faces. Delia, Rosie, Morel, Vicky, Sika, Shirley. Love to see all of you. All right, oh, there's too much confetti. I can't get the card all the way in. Should have put the card in and then put the confetti in. Dang it. Sorry. Pause. Okay. Card in. Now we're going to put in all of the confetti. No one's done ASMR with big confetti pieces. They should, because that would be really a good sound. Okay. All right, put that in there. Put those together, and then I'm going to put it back in the little pad envelope so I don't lose them. Caitlin, so amazing. Okay, for April's prompted birthday, I thought of Taylor's song 22. Yep, still working with my 2 daughters challenge in mind. Oh, both are 2 daughters. I used the music video for my inspiration and made the bracelet to match as usual. So what is everyone's favorite song on Taylor's new album, The Torture Post Department? I have a hard time picking favorites. If you already opened my late card from last month, yes, my mom is doing much better. Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay, so awesome. Thank you for sending that in. Okay, so we have a couple of cards from Tina in Australia, and these were for April and May. And she sent along this little note. I'm sure you hear this a lot, but I'm still going to say it here. I love your videos and love the different challenges that you do. You're a very talented artist, very inspiring. Thank you so much, Tina. That's so cute. Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you for the opportunity to send in my card. I've been thinking about participating in your mail call for a long time and finally worked up the courage to do it. Cheers. Okay, so she says to pronounce her last name, you need to swap the H and the S. It sounds like Shay. So Tina Shay, and Angel is the name of her dog. See the back of card. Okay, so for April, the theme was birthday. Oh, Brandy, that's so sweet. Thank you. Oh, thanks. I like the nails too. I just did them today. Oh, how cute is this? Okay, so this happy birthday. Oh, I love this. This is the tufted embossing folder from Spellbinders. It is my most favorite ever. And then this is actually one of my happy birthday stamps from a stamp set I did for Simon Says Stamp. I love that. I love seeing stuff that is familiar to me. What a beautiful card and an unusual color combo. So cool. Thank you so much, Tina. And then her card for May, and I think she has one for June. We'll see in a bit. Okay, so this was for May, which was Wedding and Love. Oh, wow. Look at all this stitching she did. Love you to the moon and back. I love that tone on tone with the white texture. So pretty. I love that. And it really makes the red heart just really stand out. It's very striking. So beautiful. Thank you so much, Tina, for both of those. And then I think one more that we're going to see here in a minute. All right, this one is from Beth in Maryland. And this was for May for Wedding and Love. Look how cute this is. Nobody loves you like I do. That's so cute. Okay, I love these letters too. I can't remember where those letters are from. Are they Mom Elephant? I can't remember. Beth, if you're in the comments or if you are watching live or maybe after you watch the replay, let us know what dies are the letters, because I really love those. They're really cute. What a cute card. And there's a little bit of glossy accents on the little heart here and then some heart enamel dots. So cute. Thank you so much, Beth. Okay. Next up, okay, I think we are all the way into June, and our first 2 cards here are from Sika. She delivered these to me in person last week when she was in town. So this is for ink blending. Look how striking this is. Oh, what a gorgeous, clean and simple card. Oh, picked raspberry, saltwater taffy, carved pumpkin. Inky Friends. Love it. That is so gorgeous. Your ink blending is unreal. Sika, is this regular oxide or a regular distress or oxides? I suspect it's oxides, but let me know. Like, which is it? Was it oxides or regular distress for all this ink blending? Because that is such a smooth blend. I love it. Okay, oxides. Lovely. All right, so that's Sika's first card for June. She did give me 2 cards for June, so I'm going to open this other one. Or maybe there might even be 3 in here. I haven't opened this up yet. Oh, there's two. Oh, I see what she did. Okay, so here are, look at this. So she used the interior letters on this one and then used the outside on this card. How fun. The colors for this one, again, were picked raspberry, saltwater taffy, and carved pumpkin. Okay, and then she might tell us, we don't know what colors these were, but I suspect, okay, if they were oxides, I'm going to guess seedless preserves. I don't know. This has got to be seedless preserves, though. Oh, in the back of the printed sheet? Look at that. Okay, so here we go. Seedless preserves, crackling campfire, and tattered rose. Ooh, what a pretty combo. I love that. That's so pretty. And thank you for including that info. You knew I would be wondering. Oh, the waffle flower. Okay, so this Just an Inky Hello, that's from Waffle Flower. And that's Inky Friends. And she even told me they were oxides. Seriously? I should have known. Sika thinks of everything. Thank you, Sika. What fun cards. I love it. Okay. Moving on. All right, we've got a card from Lisa in Kissimmee, Florida. Look how cute this is. So there's quite a bit of like gold sparkliness on this. So we've got some gold embossing and then the gold cardstock, gold little pearl embellishments. How cool. I love that. What a fun scene. It makes me think of like a sunset or sunrise or something. Love that. So once again, this is from Lisa in Florida. Thanks for sending that in, Lisa. Oh, here's one that's coming up that would be for a holiday coming up. It's actually Halloween themed. And this is from Nancy in Tennessee. Look how cool this is. I mean, look how cool. Okay, this is what she says. Background is seedless preserves, chipped sapphire, and black soot. Okay, so you can see a little bit of the seedless preserves right here, a little bit of the chipped sapphire, just for a tiny bit of color, black soot everywhere else. Dyes are hero arts, blended colors to pumpkins, candle, crow, and leaves. How cool. What an interesting card. That's so neat. I love this Have a Wicked Halloween too. That's so fun. Wow, what a great Halloween card. You know, I don't, oh, and there's stuff on the inside. I don't send Halloween cards, but I love Halloween imagery. Isn't that funny? I got to figure out something to do with Halloween imagery. I think it'd be kind of fun. Thank you so much, Nancy. What a fun card. Okay. This next one is from Beth in Maryland. And this is the Beth that we saw earlier. It says over, but oh, here we go. Gina K. Okay, here we go. Look how pretty this is. Okay, let's take a look at the card first, and then we'll see what she says about how she did this technique. How fun is that? It's so bright and sparkly. Okay, so Beth says, Gina K. wax paper and embossing folder technique. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look that up. I don't know what that one is. Okay, so Gina K. wax paper and embossing folder. Okay. I'm intrigued. How cool is that? So fun. I love that. Okay. So this is, we're going to take a break from mail call cards. This is a card that, this is from Kathy Morgan. She actually sent me a birthday card, and I thought it was so sweet, so I wanted to share it. She says, I would be remiss if I did not send you a birthday card. Oops, I let May go by without sending you a card. From one birth month celebrator to another, I hope your birth month was grand. So fun. And I wanted to show you this fun card because this background is really, really neat. I think it's pattern paper. Maybe. Yeah, pattern paper. Maybe she painted it. I don't know. I can't really tell. I think it's pattern paper because I don't feel a paint texture. But she's got this fun, like, daisy die right there. Oops, a daisy. So sorry for missing your birthday. Just such a cute card. Thank you so much, Kathy. That's so fun. Okay, and then another non-mail call card. This one is from Donna. She's just thanking me for a giveaway package, but I wanted to show you her card. How cute. A big thank you. I love that. I love how she colored in those tulips. So pretty. So thank you so much, Donna. What a sweet message you wrote inside too. Thank you so much. All right. This next one, it was actually addressed to online card classes, but it goes to the same mailbox. So I'm just going to open it up, see what it says. Cute card. And inside it says, oh, okay. This is a card from Mary Kay. And she was, is she from Madison? I'm not sure where it was at, but I guess she was organizing an event, and online card classes donated some class spots to that. So she was just saying thank you. What a cute card. I love the different tones of blue. Just thought I'd share that with you all. All right, and we'll take a break from those and come back to mail call cards. This one is from Leslie Cook in Southern California. Okay, look at this ink blending. How fun is this? We've got the ink blending on the background, going from a darker gray to a lighter gray in the center. But then she's done some really cool ink blending on the balloon die cuts to make them look like they have a highlight or a glare on the balloon. So cool. I just think it looks really, really neat. And it's a fun way to use balloon die cuts without just using them as just a plain die cut. Yes, Sika, very dramatic background. I love it. And it kind of looks like this could be like confetti in the background. So cool. Leslie, I love your card. Thank you so much for sending it along. Okay, next up, I had to save this envelope because I thought it was so fun. This is from someone in Massachusetts, but look at that fun envelope. And then, okay, this is from Patty in Massachusetts, and look at her cool card that goes right along with that envelope. How cool is that? I like this subtle ink blending color shift. Got a little bit more of like a teal in those corners, and then a bright yellow, like citrus green right through the center. So neat. Wow. And then look at the inside. Just a little bit of ink blending down at the bottom with a couple colors, or maybe 3 colors actually. How neat is that? What a fun card. Thank you so much, Patty. All right. Next up, we have, well, first of all, we have to look at this envelope because it's super cute. And then this is from Heather Graham in Ontario, Canada. Look at her fun card. Okay, so I'm looking at, okay, so she's got, can you guys see the polka dot background? I suspect she stamped and colored, let's see, does she have any info? Background, Hero Arts flowers and bees, bold prints and dyes, pink fresh inks. Okay, so she used inks. Okay, this is how I think she did it. She stamped the background in black ink, used stencils, maybe not, I don't know. It looks like maybe she used stencils and ink blended with pink fresh inks to color in the flowers and the bees. And then she ran that through an embossing folder to put the texture on. Isn't that cool? So pretty. I love the white background and then the colorful flowers. And then the reiteration of the same blending colors on the die cut. Such a cool card. Thank you so much, Heather. And your envelope is so cute with it too. Okay. Next up, oh, this is dang cute. We've got a card from Angie in British Columbia, Canada. Look how fun this is. Look at that cool ink blending. What a fun color combo. And then inside it says Stay Wild. What a fun card. Okay, does she say anything about it? Okay, Concord and Ninth, honeycomb, sorbet, grapefruit, pink lemonade. Gorgeous colors. Photo place stamps. The stamp set is good vibes only. How cool is that? Okay, let's take another look at this card up close. I love these dewdrops too. They're like, I think they're like kind of like mirror iridescent. They're so cool. How neat. So cool. Okay, she's used a little bit of maybe like a white gouache or a white paint to put some little splatters on. So cool. I love that stamp set. And I'm like, do I have that stamp set? Photo plate? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. The color combo is really, really pretty. Yes, and the ink blending on the inside of the card too. So cool. Angie, what a great card. Thanks for sending it. All right, let's see what Diane made in Katy, Texas. Really pretty envelope. Look at that envelope color. It's like a nice robin's egg blue. And then look at this really tranquil card. Such pretty blending, doing like a really soft rainbow all the way across. And then the foiled and die cut grading. How pretty is that? She's got some little sequins for a little bit of sparkle. How pretty is that? And then that embossing folder, so pretty. I suspect she probably did the ink blending first and then put it through the embossing folder. But Diane, if you're in the chat, if you want to let us know, which did you do first, the ink blending or the embossing folder? So pretty. I love that. And what a great embossing folder too. Thank you so much, Diane. Up next, we have a very out of this world card from Jennifer in Michigan. And she used the Best Friends in the Universe stamp set from My Favorite Things. Look how fun this is. You're the best friend in the universe. Okay, and then there's a little bit of shine on their helmets. How cool is that? So she ink blended a galaxy background. Let's see this up close. She ink blended a galaxy background and then colored and die cut the cat and the person and also the planet. How fun is that? What a great way to do a galaxy. Oh, and then look, she's got like sparkly little star sequins adhered that like catch the light. How fun. Yes, a space kitty, as Andrea says. Space kitty. So dang cute. I love that. What a great card. Thank you so much, Jennifer. That's so fun. Okay. Oh, we're having Christmas in July here, even though it was for the June theme with this next one from Crystal in Rhode Island. Look how beautiful this is. Look at that ink blend. Isn't that so great? It's very subtle. It's like a brighter teal and then goes to a blue and then an even deeper blue. And then it looks like she's done, yeah, there's a little bit of a texture. She's done some very fine paint splatter right on top in white. So it looks like almost like very gentle snow. And then she stamped the trees on top of that. So cool. How pretty. You know, it almost looks like it would sparkle. Doesn't it look it would sparkle? Yes, Charlotte has the perfect descriptor word for this. Striking. Yes, very striking. How pretty. Thank you so much, Crystal. That is a great way to showcase ink blending. All right, next up we have a card from Caro in Vancouver, Canada. And she sent along another picture of her garden. Love that. And, oh, look at the envelope. This big plant on it. And then look at this beautiful ink blending. Wow. It's so interesting. Okay, so she says, I ink blended on a gel plate. This is Distress Oxide ink. Then printed using real ferns. Oh, wow. Wait. I'm like, is that the, oh, maybe it's some of these from her picture. That's so cool. That's beautiful. and so unique. I love gel press printing. So cool. Sorry for my little dry patch over here. It's annoying. So fun. What a cool background. Very serene looking, very peaceful. I love that. What a fun card. And then the inside, oh, look at this. There's ink blend. I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit to a deeper green right on that one end. Looks like she used, oh, it's totally white cardstock. And then on the inside of the card, she completely ink blended all of it. That's so cool. Or I guess it could have been like a two-tone cardstock that's white on one side and printed green on the other, and then she ink blended it herself. But that's such a cool idea to include ink blending on the inside. How neat. And I love that like bright pop of green against these softer colors. So cool. Caro, what a beautiful card. Thank you so much for sending that. All right, up next, we have a card from Karen in Washington State. She's got a beautiful flower stamped on the flap of her envelope, and then a little spot for some writing on the one side. And then the card itself is this one. Okay, let's look at this. Can you see the shine on the flower itself? It looks like it was stamped and black heat embossed. I don't know if this was black embossing powder or black ink with clear embossing powder on top. You could go either way. And then it looks like she stenciled like this background with some ink blending. And then she also ink blended onto the flower. So I suspect maybe the flower was ink blended using a stencil. I'm not entirely sure. She says she used Altenew Inked Lotus stamp set and the Altenew Cloud Scene stencil. How fun is that? So cool. And I really love this color of cardstock she used as well. So pretty. Hey, Karen, if you're in the chat, let us know what color cardstock this is and where it's from. That is such a pretty color. I love that. Thank you so much, Karen, for sending along that card. All right, up next, let's look at these two cards that came with a little surprise for me, which I haven't looked at yet. Okay, so here's what it is. She looks like she sent me a card. Oh, for my birthday, maybe. Okay. That is a cool card, and that is a great way to use that pattern paper. Happy birthday. Hope you had a great birthday. This is just a little something I found at the store and couldn't resist. Enjoy. Molly Simmons. So these cards we're going to look at are from Molly Simmons. I think one's for May and one's for June. All right, so here's the one from May. How fun is that? What a great background to color in all of those hearts. Does she say? She doesn't give us any clues on where it's from, but I love that background. It's so pretty. Wow. And I love it against the really soft gray. So pretty. I love that. So that was for May for the wedding and love theme. And then for June, she has this card. And look at this. She embossed on acetate and then put that on top of an ink blended panel and then put the frame on top. How fun is that? Such a unique look. Wow. I just want to like turn this in the light really slowly so you can appreciate that embossed texture. So cool. Molly, great cards. Like crazy good. Okay, and then she sent, this is what she said she saw at the store and couldn't resist. So let's open it. I love this so much. Ariel socks. I love it so much. Oh my word. These are so cute. I'm totally going to have to wear these. And then I'll probably wear like running shoes and you won't be able to see what the socks are. It'll be my little secret. I'll be the only one that knows. I love that so much. Thank you so much, Molly. That's so sweet. Thank you. Thank you. That's so sweet. And your cards are gorgeous. Okay. I'm going to save that card too. Okay, on to the next mail call card. This is from Fern in Alberta, Canada. And look at this cool ink blending on top of black cardstock. I suspect she used oxides. Does she say? She does not say. But I suspect she used oxides or some sort of pigment ink to ink blend on top of the black. So dramatic. Very dramatic card. I love that. So, oh, and then look at these like sparkly purple embellishments. So neat. Oh, Molly's in the chat. Hey, Molly. How cool is that? What a fun card. I love like the mix up from traditional stenciling with ink blending by using a darker surface. Such a fun idea. So cool. All right, so that was from Fern in Alberta, Canada. All right, up next we have a thank you card, and this one is from Tana in New York. She sent along a self-addressed stamped envelope to send this card back to her, so I'll make sure I mail that off to her. Look at this fun ink blend. No info on what colors, but if I were taking a guess, okay, well, first of all, do you see there's like a little bit of a shimmer texture on it? Do you see that? I think she may have used a shimmer spray after she did the ink blending. But I would say this is maybe like worn lipstick, tattered rose. What's the marigold one? Dried marigold. Maybe? I don't know. All I know is it's very pretty. And then she's taken the thank you and die cut it. Let's see, is it on foam or is it? No, it's cardstock. Do you see that? It's popped up on like many layers of cardstock. So dramatic. I love it. It takes like a really simple card and gives it like just a little oomph. So cool. All right. So I'm going to send this back to Tana. Put that in the envelope. I'll make sure that gets off to her. Okay, next up we have a card from Cheryl in Maryland. And look how pretty this is. It's a happy birthday card. And it looks like she did some ink blending of all the little segments that go inside that die cut. I'm just going to zoom in here. Okay. So look how cool. And then she's done some like multicolor stamping for that grading. And I love this gold cardstock she's used for the actual die cut. Wow. Andrea says, this is like a card making detective show. Yes, it is. Because when you see cool stuff, you're like, how did they do that? Like, what colors did they use? You have to dissect it. I love it. Cheryl, what a pretty card. Thank you. Okay. Next up, ooh, this is so pretty. From Valeria in Mexico City. Look at this interesting stenciling. Wow. Okay, well, first of all, she ink blended like a little square to create like the container for her image. And then she has this stenciling on top, this layered stencil. Did she say who it's from? She does not say who it's from. But I love this like flower butterfly image. So pretty. And then she has this die cut going across that breaks out of that rectangle, which it's something I really, really love to do. And also that die cut is like thick and popped up quite a bit. Such a cool card. Very well done. I love all the shades of pink. Beautiful. And I want to know where this die cut is from because I love it. I want to know where all this is from. Valeria, can you just like let me know all of your supplies in the comments, please? Okay, thanks. I love it. So pretty. Ooh, this next one has a scene that I want to go visit. This is from Barbara in Virginia, and when you see the card, you will know why. Here's the envelope. Well, for one thing, I want to be wherever this scene is. And then here's the card. Hoping your day is perfect. You know what? If I'm looking at that, I'm pretty sure it's a perfect day. So pretty. What a great card and a great way to use ink blending. Wow, to get so many colors in such a small little area, that's awesome. I love that. And then she's put a little bit of like glossy accents on the sun and a little bit coming down here and that yellow coming down. I think that's so pretty. What a fun card. Wow, beautiful. Yes, I want to be wherever this is. It looks beautiful. Thank you so much, Barbara. Okay. Moving on. Oh, hold on. I got to reply to this text message that just came in. Okay, perfect. Okay. This one is from Vicky in Texas. Oh, the stencils from Studio Light and Hello Die from Mama Elephant. Of course, it's Mama Elephant. I love it so much. Okay. Oh, that was from Val or Valeria. Okay, so this is from Vicky, and look at this beautiful ink blending. Well, first of all, do you guys see the really subtle background made with a stencil? It's very subtle, very, very light blending. I struggle to get blending this light and this faint, so I totally commend her for it. It's so pretty. And then she's got some embossed images that she's ink blended. I suspect she may have done the embossing after doing the ink blending. I'm not sure though. I'm not entirely sure. I think if there was going to be embossing first, it would probably, like the height of the embossing powder line, the melted line of embossing powder, it would catch the ink and you'd have a little more ink gathering right up next to the embossed line. So that's what makes me suspect that the stamping and embossing was done after the fact. Yeah, that's what I think. Also, do you guys notice there's a little bit of like a splatter shimmer on this? Wow, there's just a lot of details on this card. So pretty. All right. So thank you, Vicky. Oh, this one is so pretty. Someone just said, I think it was Sika was pointing out butterflies. We have some more butterflies. This one is from Susan in Connecticut. Look at these fun butterflies, which I think she made using acetate and alcohol ink. I think she's going to tell us. Okay, here we go. Non-traditional ink blending, but alcohol ink blending on acetate spellbinder butterflies. Wow. That's so pretty. To get like all the colors in such a small space for the die cut, that is gorgeous. Wow. So neat. You are an excellent alcohol ink artist. Wow, look at all these. And to put 5 of them on a card, I think just one would have been like a lot, and then you could like stretch it out. Wow. I hope you die cut many of these butterflies because this is so pretty. Like in the comments, people are like, stop it. Look at those butterflies. I love it. Wow. And then, oh, I didn't even acknowledge there's an embossed background. Wow. So pretty. Oh my word. Susan, great card. So cool. Alrighty. Okay, this next one is so dang cute. This one is from Donna in Cape Cod. And look how cute these are. Birthday fishes. Oh, there's a little shimmer, a little sparkle on them. That's fun. Look at all that sparkle. So cool. Looks like they were black heat embossed and then color with markers, maybe? I'm not entirely sure. But then the backgrounds are like the circle, like the area behind the circle die cuts are ink blended. And then inside, have a little puffer fish. Well, he looks like a puffer fish. I don't know if that's what he is, but he looks like one. And there's little shimmer on all the images. How fun is that? And then let's appreciate these little, these are gems. They're rhinestones. A little sparkle, look like bubbles. So adorable. I love that. What a fun way to incorporate some ink blending. Thank you so much, Donna. Okay, next we have a card from Bunny, and she always sends along cute envelopes, so I wanted to show you what her envelope was this time. Look at those little kitties. They're so cute. I love them. Okay, so Bunny's card right here is this cute bear. Okay, so it looks like she did the ink blended background, then stamped and embossed, and then it looks like Distress Oxide inks plus white embossing powder. And then she has the die cut bear. So dang cute. I love that. And what a cute bear. Bunny, let us know in the comments where the bear is from. That is so cute. He just looks like he wants to give you a hug. Aptly used greeting. So cute. All right. Thank you, Bunny. That's so cute. Ooh, this next one is very magical. From Charlotte in Dallas, Texas. And she has included an envelope for me to send it back to her. So I'll do that. But look how cool this is. I think she sketched out that horse, well, unicorn, herself. Did she say? Yes. Distress Oxide inks hand-drawn unicorn with super colored pencils on pastel matte paper, gel pen accents. How fun is that? Wow. I know some little girls in my life who love unicorns who would go gaga over this card. So amazing. What a great drawing. So beautiful and a great way to incorporate it. And then I love all the little cloud swirls kind of in the background. Have a magical day. Wow, what a great card. Charlotte, thank you so much for sending this along. No wonder you want it returned. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to put this in the envelope. Get this on its way back to her. After the holiday, obviously. It won't go out tomorrow. Okay. Oh, wow. This next card is so dramatic. And this is from Sharon in Alberta, Canada. I might have to zoom out a little bit because this is a 5x7 card. Look how pretty that is. All the layering. Okay, so let's dissect this. A honeycomb stencil. Well, first I think she did some background blending, or she may have done it after. But she added the honeycomb texture with some gold ink or yellow ink, then stamped the background stamp over everything, and then stamped the plants, colored each one, added white gel pen, and then she did additional, maybe even painting or ink blending coming down at the bottom, and then added in the dramatic edging. Wow. Sharon, so beautiful. Oh, here we go. I am a rookie stamper and a big fan of Lavinia stamps in UK. My big sister got me hooked. The inks are Distress Oxides and the stamps are from Lavinia Stamps. Love watching your tutorials and milk videos. Thank you so much. You do not look like a rookie card maker. This is some top quality card making. Wow. Look at how pretty this is. Oh, and there's just a little bit of a subtle sparkle. Did you guys catch that? Just a little bit of a sparkle up in this corner. Wow. There's some little droplets, you know, of water, probably from the distressings. I think that is a very subtle way of using the little droplets on a distress background. So cool. It's not overwhelming. I think it looks amazing. Wow. Sharon, we are impressed. I don't think you can call yourself a rookie anymore. No, I don't accept it. You're not a rookie. No way. Oh, this next one, I want to be in this scene as well. This is from Laura in Ohio. Don't we want to be in that scene? Can this be HI for Hawaii? What a fun background stamp. That's amazing. Did she say what it's from? She doesn't say what it's from. But I love all this very subtle ink blending. using these shades of pink and a little bit of yellow and like these creamy shades. Amazing. So cool. And then she's got like a thick, like stacked die cut greeting right here. What a cool card. I love that it's like really subtle in how bright the colors are. I would say for like tropical scenes like this, I am always tempted to give it like huge amounts of color, like a big like punch in the gut of color, because that's just amazing. What I love about this is the color is very subtle and it's very soft. So pretty. What a fun card. Thank you so much, Laura. Okay, this next one almost looks like it could be a sister card to Sharon's. Okay, this is from Isla in Finland. Look how pretty. Once again, a 5x7. Don't they sort of look like they could be sisters? I think it's the texture of the handwriting that does that for me, and also the excellent ink blending. But wow, what a cool card from Isla. I love the unusual colors she's chosen to blend. And then look at these butterfly wings they can be popped up a little bit. And like big clear enamel dots. Wow, so pretty. I suspect she used oxides because she's got, you know, like these water droplets that bleached out the color. But how cool is that? Wow. And if I'm remembering correctly, this is a little bit of a stylistic departure for Isla. I think this is a little bit of a different look than we've seen from Isla in the past. I could be wrong, but I'm sort of remembering that. But how pretty. And what a beautiful blend with those oxides. Wow. Gorgeous. Thank you, Isla. Next up, we have a very sunflowery card from Kathy. I think we saw something from Kathy earlier. We've got these really cute stenciled sunflowers. I've been thinking about you. Oh, and then look, these little butterfly little embellishments that are kind of like a shiny matte silver. They're not like super shiny, a little more subtle. How fun is that? That is some great ink blending. Does she say where this is from? She doesn't say where the stencil is from, but it's so pretty. Wow. I love that. Okay. Alrighty. Moving on. Oh, I know someone who would love this card coming up next. This is from Brenda in North Carolina. And she's done some really cool ink blending on the panel of her card, and then she's put the die cut on top. What a fun way to use an ink blended panel. Okay, she says on the back, Distress Oxide in Mermaid Lagoon, Evergreen Bow, and Rustic Wilderness. Okay, I see that. Yeah, Mermaid, Evergreen, Wilderness, and then SMS Simply Defined Die. How cool is that? Okay, and then on the inside, she's got a couple more sea turtles. Okay, so I have a friend, Christy, who loves sea turtles. It's kind of a thing with her and the females in her family, her mother, her grandmother. So this is beautiful. I love it. So amazing. All right, Brenda, what a great card. Thanks for sending that along. Okay. All right, this next one does include a addressed envelope to send it back. And this is from Kim Miller in Maryland. Look at this cool card. How fun is that? Okay, let's dissect this, or maybe she's going to tell us. Okay, so Catherine Pooler inks Cotton Candy Rouge and Cranberry Fizz, Simon Hurley Solar Paste and Cross My Heart, Newton's Nook Bokeh Stencil, love that, and then Catherine Pooler Birdie's Branch and Snug Hug Word Dies. Wow, how cool. I love the addition of the big bokeh dots over the top. What a cool blend. I love the like really pale color fading out to the more intense color at the edges. So cool. Lisa says the sunflowers on that previous card, the sunflower stencils, were from Tailored Expressions. Awesome. Okay, what a cool card. And then she's got like little sequins, and the hugs as well as the branch is cut out of like a sparkle cardstock, a glitter cardstock. How fun is that? Wow. Okay, well, thank you so much, Kim. I'll put this back in the envelope and get it off to you as soon as possible. Okay. This next one, I think we've probably got maybe 15 more cards. Okay. This next one is from Daniela in Germany. And first of all, a fun color for an envelope. And then here's her card with this fairy. How cool is that? Okay, first of all, we have like a glittery cardstock, or maybe it's textured. It might be just like some glitter added onto a purple die cut. But then underneath, there's like a holographic die cut set off. We've got some iridescent dewdrops. And then this cute fairy up here that she's colored. She's added a little bit of glitter and sparkle to the fairy. Do you see that? A little bit of sparkle on the fairy. And then she's used these cloud die cuts and this cloud stencil. Okay. I love Digistamps, and this lovely fairy was from Polar Fux Stamps, maybe? Flex Stamps? I'm not sure. The background was made with MFT mini cloud edges, stencil, and a few different ink pads. How cool is that? How amazing. What a fun card. Yes, the fairy is giving Tinkerbell movie series. Yes, I love that. And I love that she's matched the color of the envelope to the color of the fairy. What a cute card. I love it so much. Thank you so much, Daniela. I love Digistamps too. I think they're fun. All right, this one is perfect for the month of June. This is from Richard Taylor in Michigan. And look at this fun blend. The blend is done with Distress and Salty Ocean, Mustard Seed, and Lumberjack. And then he's given the blend lots of space for overlap. So then you get the green and the orange. So cool. And I love this. And then it looks like he spattered, like paint splattered very finely with black as well as white. And then the Pride letters are stacked up on layers of black cardstock. How cool is that? Amazing. And then this really dramatic black border. So cool. There's just a lot of details on this seemingly very clean and simple card. It just looks amazing. And then inside, Love is Love. And there's a little bit of that same ink blend right along the bottom. How cool is that? I love that so much. And then I guess, oh, that's his email. Sorry, didn't mean to put his email on blast, but if anyone's interested in him making some cards for you, perhaps you can contact him. So amazing. What a great card. Thank you so much, Richard, for sending this along. And I have some amazing people in my life. I might have to steal this card and give it to them because it's perfect. Just like they are, right? Okay, this next one is from Ritva in Finland. How pretty is this? This is also a scene that I would like to live in. It looks very serene and peaceful and calming. I want to live there. Maybe inside looking out at it because it kind of looks like it might be a little cold. There's no snow, but it looks like it could be cold because it's like a nighttime scene. You know what I'm saying? So I would love to live in this scene. So Ritva, amazing. Love that. I love this ink blend too. No details on what color she is, but I'm guessing if it was oxides or regular Distress, I would say faded jeans to wilted violet. That's probably what I would guess. Wow. And I love that sending love stamp up there. That's so pretty. All right. Ritva, thank you so much for sending that along. Next up, we have a card from Kay in California. And look at that envelope. She's got a little bit of a dark blending in that corner, which I think is so neat. And then here's the card. We've got love, 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 love you. That's awesome. A reminder to never forget how much you mean to me. Oh, I love that. And there's a little bit of some blending on the edges for the inside of the card. There's like a glossy texture added to the die cut, which is stacked on black. Some enamel dots, enamel heart. And then I'm not sure, was this ink blended from a stencil? Maybe. And then die cut. I'm not entirely sure. Actually, it's washi. It's washi tape. So I suspect it might be washi tape from Altenew. Or not Altenew, but Pink Fresh. Or actually Altenew has washi tape like this too. Could be either one of those, but then die cut. And it looks like it was maybe stacked, maybe 2 white cardstock and then 1 black underneath maybe? I'm not sure. So pretty. I love all these greens. What a fun card and envelope set. Thank you, Kay. Next we have a card from Linda in Michigan. Look how fun this foiling is. Wow. That like shine on the foil is just emphasized by the ink blend behind it. So cool. That's a cool, really cool foil thing. And then she's got the stamped and embossed greeting and then die cut that's been stacked. How cool is that? What a fun card. Deceptively simple looking, but there's quite a bit of technique here. Wow. So pretty. I love that. Thank you, Linda. I love that blend. I'm going to guess chip sapphire, faded jeans, tumbled glass to white. I mean, if you use distress. Could be a different ink line. Okay, coming up next, we have a card from Karina in Oregon. And look how fun this is. This like special little fold here just for you. I love that. So the ink blending looks like was the kind of brick texture on the background. She says, hi Kristina, the card base and overlay cardstock is from Paper Cut. I used a brick stencil and blended it with Memento London Fog. Such a good color. The black ink is Memento Tuxedo Black. The stamps and the remaining ink colors are from Stampin' Up. Awesome. The ribbon is also Stampin' Up, and the yellow pearl embellishments are Maybe Michael's. Awesome. Yes, there are these little embellishments, and then looks like she's done a little bit of white gel pen right along that flower. What a cute card. And I love this cut here. So cool. What an unusual fold. Wow. I love it so much. So thank you so much, Karina. All right. Oh my word. You guys are going to get ready to say stop it. This is from Beata. I'm very proud of myself. I wrote out how to say her name and it is on a Post-it stuck to my monitor in front of me. She's in Austria and look at this card. Stop it. Amazing. Look at all of this ink blending. Wow. Okay, I'm trying to figure out how she did it. I think it was a whole lot of masking and then stenciling over top and then stamping, maybe adding more, I don't know. How did she do this? A little bit of white ink. I'm not entirely sure how she did this. Like, you guys, well, for one thing, she's added a little bit of a glitter pen along the edges of the flowers. How cool is that? Just adds a little sparkle. And then she's got some really cool like white blending and coloring on the images. It's a really cool layered effect. And I love the colors she's chosen as well. So cool. Wow, that's amazing. Beata, unreal. That card is gorgeous. Okay, let's see here. I'm just going to take the last few cards out of the box so I'm ready to go. Okay, this one is from Judy in Hawaii. And look at this really pretty card. The purples are so pretty on this. Looks like she's done some ink blending on the background. Then die cut the flower swag, the whole like formation of flowers. And then she's taken the inside pieces and ink blended them. Look how pretty. How cool. Such a fun card. And I love this vertical greeting. Such a fun way to use a greeting. I don't know that I've ever seen one quite like that. So cool. Thank you so much, Judy. Those purple shades are gorgeous. Okay. All right, next up we have, well, this looks like it could go along with our other 5x7 cards we've got going. We have a theme here. This is from Christine in Ontario, Canada. For one thing, let's appreciate her envelope. How pretty is that? And then look at this card. Unreal. So pretty. I love this like ink blended and textured background she's created. And then looks like she may have taken like her ink pad and just like swiped it across quick, catching the edges of the ink pad for some texture. She has a this like leaf stem that's in the background. She's die cut it twice, one side of vellum, one side of white, and then offset the vellum just a tiny bit. That's such a cool little detail. And then it looks like she stamped this butterfly and then coated it in clear embossing powder. And then there's this a little bit of glitter cardstock along this edge here and like kind of like layered frame. Wow. I also appreciate like the gemstones and the sequins. She's even taken a sequin and put a little gem inside of it, like layered the embellishments. I don't know that I've ever seen that on a card. I've seen it on like embroidery, things like that, but I haven't seen it on a card. That's such a fun little layering look. Oh, it looks like this entire background has a little bit of a shimmer to it. So cool. So Christine in Ontario, Canada, what a beautiful card. Thank you for sending that along. Okay. Next up we have card from Deb in Charlotte, North Carolina. Look at this really pretty ink blending. How gorgeous is that? And then I love it with this stencil right on top. Some really soft colors. What a pretty blend. I mean, like I said, it's hard for me. Like I really have to think hard when I try to have a soft blending because I always like go for that. Lots of color, but so pretty. I love that. That's so pretty. Okay, supplies. Simon Inks, Seafoam, Lilac, and Bubblegum. Oh, wow, only those three. Wow, amazing. Blended through Simon's circular lace stencil. Yeah, I'm thinking, did I do that stencil? Maybe. I think I did. It's looking familiar. I've designed a lot of products over the years, y'all. Sentiment is from Waffle Flower Essential Sentiments. Embellishments are soft ivory pearls from Little Things from Lucy's Cards, which she's no longer in business. It makes me sad because I loved her embellishments. But yes, these little pearl embellishments, amazing. Let's see. And then thanks for the opportunity to use some of my stash that hadn't been used yet. Awesome. Deb, what a beautiful soft card. I love that. It's gorgeous. And then there's a white panel on the inside. Love it. Okay. We have a not a mail call card that I'm going to open. Just kind of like interspersing these. Oh dear, it looks like someone sent me postage stamps. Okay, here we go. Oh my word, she did. Okay. First of all, have you guys seen these new postage stamps? They're amazing. With those flowers. Stop it. They're so cute. Okay, and then look at this beautiful card. Okay, thank you for the wonderful package of goodies from your D stash. I did not have any of these. Awesome. So happy. What a beautiful card. I mean, this could totally be ink blending because she's ink blended like a very subtle pale purple background and then put the die cut on top. What a beautiful card. And then, okay, so it looks like she'd used a holographic foil for the flower image and also the greeting. And then she's taken little sequins and put them in there. What a pretty color combo. Wow. Okay, so this was from Diane Lorello. How pretty. And thank you so much for the stamps. You know what, it's probably like, you know, if I ever need to use postage stamps as currency, y'all are invited to my house. I will feed you for 5 years. I have so many stamps. What a beautiful card. And you know what? Since you put your note on a Post-it, I'm going to share this and pay it forward, send it right along. Love that. All right. I've got a couple more non-mail call cards that I wanted to share with you. This one is from Delina. She sent me all these fun little sayings and whatever to use. And then she says, National Rose Month is celebrated each year in the month of June with National Rose Day on June 8th. It's the ideal month to celebrate them as they're in full bloom during the season. Roses have long held a special place at everyone's hearts and hold a prominent place in history as well. They've been used to show affection towards another person or as a symbol in wars, weddings, etc. In the United States, the rose is a state flower of 5 states. Wow. This beautiful flower has surely earned its place in everyone's minds and hearts. I hope you can find a use for these goodies. Happy Rose Day, Delina. Oh, how cool is that? And she sent along all these really pretty little sayings and little foiled bits. Love that. Thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you. All right, and then one more. It didn't say mail call on the envelope. It said camp counselor. So I'm guessing this is probably someone who did the C9 summer camp. But I could be wrong. Hold on, let me see here. Oh, yes, it is. Okay, so this is from Sherry in Louisiana. Look at this cute card. It has Minnie on it. Love it. And then she says, I just wanted to say thank you for being my camp counselor. I'm excited for my first time event. I hope you loved it. It was just last weekend. And I will be joining my daughter in Dallas to participate too. She has Jennifer as her counselor. I know this takes a big chunk of time from your summer, so thank you. And I'm so happy I got paired with you. I love your videos. Thanks, Sherry White. How cute is that? Thank you, Sherry. And what a cute card with Minnie. Oh, you must know my love of Disney. I love it. Yes, Rosie's saying, how did I miss Rose Day? That is true. That is very true. Okay, we've got 3 more cards and then we're done for the night. Moving right along. Okay, this is from Jenny in Ecuador. Look how fun this is. And it's even a little action wobbler. What a fun ink blending. And you know what? It's on glossy cardstock. That's so cool. She doesn't say what it is, but glossy cardstock, ink blended. And then looks like she took a section of the background she made, die cut a butterfly, and then put a darker pink behind it. She's also got a little bit of a lace border on those edges. So cool. What a fun card. So all those shades of pink. How cool is that? I love that so much. Thank you so much, Jenny. All right. This next one is from Carol in Maryland. And look at all these shades of purple. Isn't that so cool? Wow. Love it. Okay, she says down here, gel press base. Star-ripe flower. I'm not sure. Oh, stamped flower. Sorry, her pen skipped. Stamped flower and Versamark and heat set with clear powder, stenciled over top with distress oxide. How cool. So she stamped this whole flower image first and then did everything else on top of it. And because she stamped it and put clear embossing powder, it resisted everything that she was applying on top. How cool is that? How cool. So it looks like maybe the gel press base was this purple shade, like the lighter purple shade. And then she put the clear powder on top. How cool is that? She's got like a vellum shadow layer behind the die cut words. And then it looks like a little bit of a pearlescent cardstock on the die cut. How cool is that? What a fun card. If you love purple, this is the card for you. My sister loves purple. Okay. This last card for the month of June is from Carol. And by the way, if you didn't see your card tonight, I picked up the mail at my mailbox on Monday, on July 1st. So if you by chance sent in your June card like at the end of the month and you haven't seen it tonight, hang tight. It will most likely be included in next month's. Okay. This one's from Carol in Bakersfield, California. And look at this fun card. I'm going to have to zoom out so you can see all of it. There we go. How fun is that ink blend? She says, Simus stamp, floral garden stamp. Distress oxide is, and she did it on top of the stamp, Dusty Concord, Spiced Lemonade, Mustard Seed. How pretty. And then she did like a water splatter on top to get kind of these like bleached droplets. How cool. I love that. It's so dramatic having it on a slimline card and having it be a tall card as opposed to, being on its side. How cool. I love that so much. So thank you, Carol. What a gorgeous card. It's unreal how beautiful that blend is. Okay. All right. So those are the cards for the month of June. Up next for July, it's all about stripes. So however you want to interpret stripes, inked stripes, stamp stripes, die cut stripes, stripes of borders, stripes on images. Maybe you color a person and their clothing, you add stripes, just anything with stripes. Oh, I'm so sorry if you in the chat are saying that your cards have not arrived yet. Don't give up hope. Sometimes it just takes a little bit of time, especially if it's like a thicker card or you've done some really fun things on the envelope. Sometimes it just takes a while. So please be patient with the post office. Please be patient with me. Thank you all for joining me and for sending in your cards. And if you're sending in cards for future months or whatever, it helps me if you write the month that it's for on the outside of the envelope, just so I can file things away a little bit easier. But thank you all for joining me tonight. And if you're in the United States and you're celebrating the 4th of July tomorrow, I hope you have a beautiful holiday. I hope you have a barbecue and you watch some fireworks and maybe eat some watermelon. That's my day. That's the plan for my day tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll be back on Friday with a regular card video. In fact, I'll give you a little teaser. It is some more ink blending color combos, but I'm using 2 different brands of ink. So those of you in my premium membership might have already seen that because I filmed it during a live stream with all of you, but I'm going to edit it down and share it here for everyone. So if you would like to see those premium member exclusive live streams in the future, click on that join button that's down below. You can join my premium membership for as little as $5 a month. I'd love to have you. We have a lot of fun over there. Thanks so much for joining me tonight, and I will see you very soon. Thanks for watching.